You're a lovely lady. Goodbye.
Leah, season 2, episode 27, take 2.
There's so much going on here today. The dog's barking because he's thirsty. We just had a solicitation that I ran out of the building. Welcome to Lunch with Wednesday. We had to start over, thank God. Oh my God. I mean, this woman came in. I'm not going to tell you the details. I literally got in her face and started going off on her, and I ran her out of the building. And were you guys shocked or nah? You weren't shocked?
You know, but I wasn't shocked.
No. Jason's seen it before. The last time I was thinking, the last time I got that wound up and mad is that time I went into Starbucks with Roy Jr. and Roy. Speaking of Starbucks, they took those guys out and arrested them. So I went to Starbucks with Roy Jr. and Roy, and they wanted to go to the movie. So we go in there, and I only get a black coffee. Roy gets whatever he gets, like some cafe, whatever. No. And today's not the day.
Today's not the day.
We are on a rampage, and Roy Jr. gets whatever he gets. It was $18, $20. You know, you can't buy anything at Starbucks without spending $20. So we walk out. I don't taste the coffee because it's so hot. It was literally scalding in my hand. So we walk out. We walk all the way down the mall, all the way around, and go in the movie, sit down. I take the lid off. I taste the coffee. The coffee had to be made 2 years ago. It was burnt, scorched, and horrible. So so what I do, I get myself up out of the movie because I know there's 18 minutes of pre-show. And I trot myself back down there, and I say to these two girls who are standing behind the counter, these two young girls at Starbucks, yak, 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 yak. One of them's doing her social media, you know. So I said, girls, could I have your attention, please? I just left here 5 minutes ago, and the coffee is really bad. It's scorched, and it's burned, and it's stale. Could you just pour this out, because I know they count the cups, and refill it with fresh black American coffee? This isn't anything you're making. This is black American coffee. You know, you push the button. Do you know what that she says to me? Well, where's your receipt? And I said, I don't need a receipt. I'm just asking to pour this out and fill it up again. I don't need a receipt for that. My husband just left. You saw me here. My husband, my kid, we bought all this stuff. 5 minutes, I just left. No, we cannot do that without the receipt. I went off on them in the bookstore. Oh, that's another one. Okay, this is a good guide that's helping me. Okay, so I go off on them.
I see you, because Fran just texted me and said there's no feed.
There's no feed?
I see you. So, okay. I think she's still watching the old.
She's still watching
Anyway, she's watching me home. So I go off on those two girls in the bookstore. You know how quiet it is in the bookstore? And I walked all the way out talking as loud as I could about the incompetence and the this and the that. And people are complaining about jobs. And these girls are spoiled rotten, and on and on and on. Everyone in the bookstore, when I opened the door and I walked out, I turned to the side, you know? The whole bookstore was just fixated on me, you know? And then I was thinking, oh my God, what if somebody videoed it and it goes viral? But then about a year later, my book comes out, and they said, we're putting it in all the Barnes and Nobles. And I said, oh, you can't put it in the one in Sunset Plaza, because all those people are going to go, that's the girl that was yelling about the coffee. Oh, anyway, so I went on a rant. So let's go to normal stuff. Oh, condolences to the Bush family. Barbara Bush passed away in 92, I think it was. I will say this about the Bushes. They were classy, elegant, and thoughtful, well-mannered people. I did not agree with the Iraq War. Had Bush not have gone to the Iraq War, and had he not have ruined the economy, I would have said, you know what, he was a decent Republican president. But having said that, no matter what they did, they held the office with dignity and class. So we are sending our condolences to the Bush family, and hoping that maybe Trump will watch how they acted.
You had a few comments coming in about your previous story. LJ Foley says, you are the mayor of Miami. Sunset Place should know.
Don't they know? Well, then, the other time I got in a big fight, you know, it's just, people sometimes just push the wrong button with me. So, for years, I think I told you this, for years I went to the Pilates studio. Did I tell you this one? With my little Leroy, the dog, and he was in his little case, and I put him under the Pilates bed, and I exercised for like years. I spent $600 to $700 to $800 a month in that Pilates studio for years. One day, there's a hurricane coming. And so, you know, animals get antsy. I walk in the door, and Leroy pops his head out of his bag and looks up because he's antsy. And this little 18-year-old girl that's the daughter of the woman that owns it, she says, "Stop right there. We don't allow dogs in here." And I said, "Honey, I've been coming here for 10 years since you were in probably elementary school with my dog that sits under my bed when I do my Pilates, and you never even knew it. You cannot come in here." I said, "Let me tell you something, honey. I know more than I have forgotten more than you will ever know. I'm turning around. I am never coming back here, and I've got one of the biggest mouths in Miami. I'm going to make sure that everybody that I know knows not to come in here for their Pilates." I turned around and I walked out. I never asked for a refund. I never went back and used up my $600 or $700 I probably had on credit there. And anytime that studio name came up for the last 10 years or more, I have told everybody, do not go there. They don't regard their customers. They don't know how to treat you. They're horrible people. I probably kept 50 people from going there because of her. And then when the mother starts trying to trot out behind her, like, what's going on? I said, you need to talk to your daughter. And I don't know how you raised her, but you need to talk to her. And everybody in the place was looking like, oh my God, because I went in there and never said a word. Nobody even knew my name. I just was quiet, went in like a mouse, put the dog into the bed, do my thing, and leave. And I made the biggest stir. And I'm telling you, I probably they lost $10,000 a year over me, and probably $10,000 a year from 10 or 15 of my friends, and they deserved it.
Well, what's she doing now? I heard she's the manager at Houston's.
That was the other one. I'm so sick of people. So last weekend was RJ's birthday party. He had 5 or 6 of his friends from elementary school and the ones he knows now from Ransom all came over and spent the night. And that I made beds for all of them. Oh my God. I had to make pallets and beds and cots and everything for all of them. And we took them to, wait for it. Benihana's. Mom, it's a tradition. RJ, don't you want to go somewhere like Cafe Abbracci or somewhere like that? Mom, it's a tradition. Well, you're a junior in high school now. We don't need to go to Benihana's anymore. Everybody's been there. Yeah, but I kind of feel like we should go there. All the guys like to go there. So I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go there, and we're going to drop you off. And one of the kids has a driver's license. And then we're going to go in 2 cars. We're going to drop you off. And then we're going to be outside and down 2 stores down having wine at the bar. And when you're done, you're going to text me. We're going to take you home. Not that I don't like Benihana's, but I just don't want to go there anymore. And the smell of it and everything, when you leave, the food stays with you. And it's great. It's a great place, and the kids love it. It's just not for me.
Plus, it's Steve Aoki, the big DJ's family, owns that.
I don't even know who he is. I don't even know who he is. Who is he?
Steve Aoki. He's like the top global DJ in the world right now. And his sister's a famous model, and his father was a very famous Olympic wrestler.
So why do we care that his family owns it? We don't like him?
The millennials love him, and they love him, so that's why.
That's why they want to go there.
It's a big deal now.
Okay, well, Steve, I'm sure your karaoke is fabulous. Their DJing is great.
And we like your chopped steak.
Then I had to take Freda's stuff to go. Had to get her a whole bunch of stuff to go. They all order everything. Anyway, it was fun because all of RJ's little friends from Fisher Island were there. They were so cute. And then they went home, and then they had birthday cake, and then I gave Freda her to-go package, and then they stayed up, I think, all night long because at like 2:30, I could still hear them laughing and giggling in the room, in the hallway and everything. And then we went to Palm Beach to the opening of a fabulous meta spa up there, and we met some great people. They were fun, and they were dressed fabulous, and we videoed a lot of them, and it was fun. We sold a lot of product and met a lot of new people, and they're going to carry the product in their line. I'll give you all the scoop on it later. Meanwhile, I'm putting together a new skincare line with CBD in it, the hemp product, and we have the only one that has 0,0000 clinically, scientifically tested, no hallucinogenics in it. You'll only be able to get that here. Face pretty.
Can you buy it with hallucinogenics if you want it?
Maybe we need, maybe.
I think you should have one with and without.
No, maybe I should start smoking pot and calm down. I don't like cigarettes. I don't like that stuff, but maybe I should just calm down. Okay. And then the percentage of the sales went to the dog rescue. They've got the largest dog rescue in Florida up there. They have like acres and acres and acres, like 500 dogs in there. And they got volunteers and staff, and oh my God, it costs them, I forgot what she said, how much a year they raise to take care of these dogs. They've been taking Ingrid Hoffman went down to Puerto Rico with her on somebody's plane and brought a bunch of dogs back. Can you believe that? What are you laughing about?
So people are loving that you have the new skincare line coming out. Tasha says, yes, CBD is amazing. And Alex Fletcher says, asterisk Heather runs to get her notebook.
Oh, yeah. She's going to try to knock it off. Well, guess what? She can't because we have the only one. We have the only one that's going to be approved. And I'm going to be going to LA soon in about a week or two. I'm going to film a couple of days, do radio a day or maybe more, and depending. And I don't know what. Renovate the kitchen. I have a new plan. I'm building an outdoor kitchen so that when I have the big parties, because here's the thing, I'm renovating the kitchen, right? So Jeff said, well, get David to haul this stuff off and give it away or sell it on eBay. So I was going to do that. And then I was thinking, this is brand new 2 ovens, brand new microwave, brand new dishwasher, brand new everything. I'm not giving this away on eBay for cheap. I'm going to put it outside under an awning. I'm going to build an outdoor kitchen so when the caterers come, they can come outside. They don't even have to walk through the house and cook everything out there and serve it, and they never have to come in the house and get my new beautiful kitchen that Jeff Lewis is building for me. Will never be dirty. And in fact, I think I'm going to put a big plastic thing on it. If anybody wants to eat, they're going to have to eat on top of the plastic because I don't want it to ever have a crumb of dirt on it. Anyway, I'll be in LA, and then the other day, Freda fell down the damn stairs. Thank God they were carpeted and she wasn't hurt. And James said she did that so she'd have another excuse to go to the doctor because she goes to the doctor like 5 times a week and she's healthy. She's the most healthy person in our house. She eats so healthy. Yeah. She eats everything healthy, everything that's expensive, everything that's organic, everything she eats. But anyway,
her
poor
videos
thing.
are a big hit on your Instagram page.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my Instagram page. Sometimes I walk in the kitchen. The other day I walked in, I said, I wish I had my camera with me. She was singing and dancing as loud as she could to Jimmy Swaggart, and when the song finished, she was she didn't know I was watching her, and the dogs are all just sitting there like this watching her, lined up like ducks in a row. Oh, and housewife news. Tamara Judge's husband is currently hospitalized. We spent a lot of time talking about nothing. In Southern California, in Newport Beach, a Heart and Vascular Institute, where he's expected to undergo his 4th heart surgery in the past 4 months. He's a young guy. So anyway, she put it on Instagram, and he works out a lot. I don't know if it's congenital or if he maybe eats way too much protein. I don't know. Poor thing. Anyway, I'm sending you my thoughts and prayers and blessings. So I'm really sorry about that. So she said it's another cardio version, the 4th procedure in 4 months. She put, anyway, it's very sad. It's very worrisome, Poor thing. In other housewife news, we're back to the low-hanging fruit of housewives. Did you guys watch Beverly Hills last night?
Oh, yeah.
I watched it. I like Beverly Hills. I like it because it's really just stupid Seinfeld gossip and get jabs. It's not below the belt. It's not nasty. It's not mean. They're not ganging up. Atlanta can get dark and mean, and Jersey can get dark and mean, and Miami was definitely dark and mean. But this one's light and sarcastic, and I think it's fun, and the backdrop's always fabulous. Yeah. But anyway,
I think that show stands out above all the rest.
I do too.
Because the women bring it.
They bring it.
They are dressed to the nines. Constantly, and
fabulous.
They go on fabulous trips.
They do.
They have you couldn't build a better backdrop.
It's a perfect. To me, that's got to be my favorite.
And that's why the show took off originally too.
Yeah.
Was because people wanted.
Well, that's what we were told our show was going to be. But we didn't go check the police department for records. No, just kidding. Anyway, the fashion show. I'm going to tell you something about Little Dorette. She's talented. I thought the swimsuits looked really good. I think she's talented. Didn't you think the swimsuits looked good? I did.
Yeah,
she's cute.
I thought that some of them looked really good.
Remember, that was her runway line.
And it's very hard to pull that off.
Yeah, it is.
So
yeah.
You know.
And the other thing too, it's not just the swimsuits. It was the whole ambiance of the whole thing. You know, the music was good, and the palm trees and the lighting and the seating, and you know, it was just elegantly done. And then who was it that said? I think it was Kyle that said, "Well, we know Dorit loves a curtain." But I have to tell you, that was very clever because she wanted the wow factor. Yeah. She didn't want people just walking in. She wanted to reveal her production, and I thought it was very clever. I think she's very talented, and I don't care what people say about PJ. I like PJ. I think he's PK. Well, I say PJ because he looks like he's wearing his pajamas all the time and those Hawaiian shirts. But anyway, I like him. And then, what did you guys think about Lisa Vanderpump cutting Dorit's head out of the pictures in the magazine?
Well, you know, I mean, when they did the shoot early on,
I know.
She did not like him, so she
what she didn't like was being caught off guard and surprised, and if she was going to do it, she wanted to bring her hair and makeup people there. I think that's understandable and fair. I think it was also on Lisa Vanderpump's part. She was generally trying to kind of surprise her and thought she was going to love the idea. But then I did notice, I don't know if any of you caught this, they brought that other model and they had her all there and they were going to use her. Obviously those pictures didn't turn out so well because they went back to using Dorit without her head in it. But I do think without Dorit's head in it, it was a very artistic, impactful ad. So I think it may have worked out better for the ad, really just to showcase the jewelry instead of the person. On the other hand, I thought it was a little sneaky that they cut her out of it, and I would have probably been a little bit offended.
I think Dorit's more impactful with her head cut off.
I agree.
Well, they want to shut her up. But Kyle said she's over the conflict, and then she stirs up the conflict right there at the end of the thing. I will say Kyle confronting Dorit, I didn't have a problem with her confronting her, and I think she'll react a little bit, and she probably had reason to do it in her own mind, or maybe in everybody's mind, but I don't think the timing right at the end of her big event, her big splash, and she's having the big night, and then she walks out, it had to put a damper on it, and this is the second time she's done that. Remember, she did it in New York. And Kyle's new house is beautiful, right?
Yeah,
it's really pretty. But it's in Encino. You know, I like to live on this side of the hill because everything I like is in Beverly Hills and West Hollywood, but it's a beautiful piece of property and the whole thing is decorated. Faye Resnick made a little cameo. I like Faye Resnick since I read her book Driftwood. No, her book, I forget what it was called, but she referred to, what's his name as Driftwood in it? Alan Marcus from the O.J. Simpson trial.
It was odd at the end of the show when they wrap up, like, you know how they show each character and then they have like a little text commentary about what's happening. For her commentary was, Kyle moved in her home, it was robbed for millions, and all her jewelry and handbags were taken. I mean, that was like how they tied it up.
That was sad.
She regrets going into that house now because she was so torn to begin with.
First of all, to me, the only thing she probably really bothers her is her mother's jewelry being stolen.
Yeah.
And then, but you know what I like about that show too? I think they're all genuinely happy. Like when Lisa Rinna's daughters became models, they were really genuinely happy for her. When Dorit's swimsuit thing went without a hitch, they were all happy for her. You know, when Lisa Vanderpump did her Yulin thing, they were happy for the film. They're genuinely happy for each other. I don't get that they're faking it. They're not so competitive and you know, like where they feel like they have to outdo each other. When Erica drops her, you know, whatever, one of her songs or gets on the stage, you know, they're cheering her on because they're secure women and they don't feel like they have to tear somebody else down to be successful or to be fabulous. And that's one of the things I like about the show. But the one thing, and then the American Woman film, or show series or whatever that's coming up that Kyle did. Oh my God, all the girls were crying in that one scene. I hope that's a successful series for her. God bless her. Good for her.
It must be good because it made them all get.
It must be good because the network greenlit it. It was a network that greenlit it. Meanwhile, Lisa Rinna says that she's just observing kind of this year. She doesn't want to get so much into the drama, but she said she she reacts when she sees something that's unjust. And you know what? That's how I am. That's why I reacted when that unjust woman walked in here when I first came to the office today. And when those unjust women wouldn't sell me, refill my coffee, and when that unjust 18-year-old idiot didn't want me to bring my dog into the Pilates studio.
We're about to get
Whatever.
I have an injustice. How come Kyle had a Birkin bag that said Real Housewife across the front and you didn't? You don't have
because I like that idea. I do have seen some of them customized. I had an artist, I can't remember who he was, a famous artist, a big artist. In fact, Freda would do it for me. That said they wanted to take one of my bags and do a design on it. I'm too traditional. I want to know that when I drop dead, my son can put them in Christie's or Sotheby's and sell them and get my money out for him. And I'm too cheap to ruin a bag by putting something personal on it. But I think it's great if people are willing to do it. I thought it was great. It said housewife on there.
Yeah, it said Real Housewife. I thought that was really
cool.
It
was clever. And her closet's like mine. I have to get up on the ladder to get everything because it's, everything's layered all the way up. And then in Atlanta news, Kim Zolciak. Oh my God, we've been talking so long already. We haven't even started. I'm officially done with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Most of them are bullies. It's disgusting. When I close one door, another one opens, and this one's going to be incredible, and I can't wait to share it. Well, let me tell you, Kim, I'm rooting for you, and I've been rooting for you since you came to sing Tardy to the Party and then refused to sing it or lip sync it or get on the stage, but I still rooted for you. However, your husband isn't playing football right now. You've got a show that might last forever and it could be canceled tomorrow. And I don't know, I'd shut the door on that so fast. And you're good on the show. But she's sick of Nene, she says. I don't know, I think Nene wants her off the show too. Nene likes to be, the big star, and with Kim there, she can't always be because Kim's got equal status.
Kim tried to apologize and wave the white flag with Nene on Instagram the other day. She did a post and said, enough's enough, let's move past this. And Nene came right back at her and said that too much has happened, that she is going to continue to go after her.
Yeah, well, Nene doesn't want her on the show either, so she's not going to open the door for that. Well, she didn't do herself any favors this year on the show. The only one she made any effort to get along with was Sheree.
Apparently she storms off in the middle.
Oh, she does storm off. She stormed off the time that the wig was pulled. She stormed off one other time on the show and said, I'm not coming back. Remember when she quit? Yep. So she's a stormer offer. Okay. Anyway, but then even Andy said something like, I think he's serious.
I've seen that wig for the last time.
Yeah, I think she meant it. I think I've seen that wig for the last time. So that's what happened. And let's see. Okay, that's enough of that. All right. So that's it. Kim, you've got enough of our airtime today. Real Housewives of New York. Carole came for Luanne. Wow, what has happened to Carole? Carole is a writer, and she writes books, and she used to produce like a news show or be a team of a production on the news show or write for it or whatever. And she's always kind of, objective and she's like reading the news when she's on the show. Yeah. She's still playing the role of an objective observer. She has changed her tune this year. She came for Luanne, countless persona. Carole says, let me say, not only am I titled princess by the marriage to my late husband, but I'm also the queen of whatever, someplace, Athanasia. Yep, I'm royalty of realness, aristocracy of authenticity, and I believe a queen trumps a countess. It even trumps a countess dressed up as a Moroccan princess, surprising her husband late at night, which is a brave thing to do. The woman is a total savage this season, and I'm here for it. I can't wait to see what she dishes out against Bethany Frankel once their feud really starts to play out in the show. They're saying about Carole. So Carole and Bethany are going to have a fight, and Carole obviously is not a fan of Luanne's anymore. Yeah. She continued, as the queen of authenticism, I beseech you, Queen Latifah is not really a queen, nor was the artist formerly known as Prince ever really a prince. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air wasn't a prince either. Those are stage names used for their professions as artists. The Countess got her title by marrying a French dude whose grandfather either built the Suez Canal or shipped over the Lady Liberty, who, by the way, is not really a lady, but she put a lot of effort into this blog post, it says. Oh, my God. So she's throwing shade. She's a good writer, though.
Sarah Gimmer says that, oh, please, she married well.
Who?
The Countess, talking about the Countess.
Oh, okay.
And Margaret says, preach, Carole, preach. And then Beth Feldman Buster says, Carole is a Kennedy.
Well, you know, the thing is about Luanne. Yeah, she was married to one of the Kennedys. I can't think of his last name. Oh, Roswell. Anyway, it was Kennedy's cousin, but the brothers were sister. Jackie O and the sister, who's a decorator, had a kid named Anthony who Carole married, and they were friends. But anyway, so I was going to go on to New Jersey. Oh, I was going to be about the Countess. You know, I like the Countess better when she's sloppy and crazy and out there. I mean, when she had her nose high in the air and she was trying to pretend to be a countess and writing books about manners, none of that interested me. In fact, I was bored by it. But now that she's falling off into the bushes and getting caught in Palm Beach with this guy and going off and marrying a philanderer, or no, what is he called? A cheater. I'm now finding her interesting. You know, I mean, in fact, she gets up on the stage and let's say carries a tune and has Sonia on there with her dress falling off. I mean, I find her now fascinating and interesting to watch. Before I wasn't, she just was like, I was just like, it's too pretentious for me.
She's pretty funny.
Anyway, let's go to New Jersey. Jersey adds 2 new cast members. Their names are Jackie and Jennifer. Well, that should be interesting. And, oh, wait, I left this out. Oh, my God, another one. Carole describes Luanne as an unself-aware, condescending bitch in Countess clothes, she says, according to Reality T. And apparently this season is to be Carole and Tinsley versus Sonia and Luanne.
Yeah,
oh, my God. I haven't been watching. I got to watch it now. It's on tonight. I got to watch it.
Yeah,
okay.
it's on tonight.
Jersey has the cast members. Let's see what happened. Dolores is staying. Margaret's staying. Melissa's staying. Siggy left. Teresa's staying. And I guess Danielle is a friend again. I don't know why Danielle's a friend. To me, she has as much presence on there as the others.
They announced it. They just
I don't know. Oh, is that the rumor? Well, that's what's going on. Let's see if we want to get into anything else. Oh, I found this was interesting. His bride gets arrested after crashing a car on the way to her wedding. She was drunk driving, and she got arrested and couldn't make her own damn wedding. How funny is that? Oh my God! Yeah, wow. The guy. Yeah, somebody didn't want her to get married. Let's see. I don't think we have any time. Oh my God, we've been going on and on. Oh, I've got to tell you something funny. So, Mitch O'Connell, you know, the conservative, what's his name? Mitchell, the senator. Oh, he's so conservative, so ootsy-gootsy in this and the Supreme Court and the Christians and all this stuff. He's advocating for hemp to be legal. Boehner, the last Speaker of the House, is now working for a weed company. I just love it. It's just hilarious. And then Comey's got this book out. Are you guys following that? Oh, my God. You know what? Here's the thing about Comey. I think he's a truth teller, but I think he's got horrible judgment.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible judgment. He's got... I don't think he's lying. I think he's telling the truth about everything, and I think he's got his facts lined up like ducks in a row, and he can substantiate all of them. However, he has horrible judgment that he came out 11 days before the election and did what he did about Hillary, and he's got horrible judgment that he's now getting in the gutter with Donald Trump as an ex-FBI person in the middle of an investigation. He just had, and he got petty in the book, and that diminishes his stature. So he's a guy that tells the truth. He's a Boy Scout, you know. He's a little self-righteous for my part, but he just has the awful judgment. He just can't help himself. Jennifer Palmieri has a book out about Hillary, the darkest days when she lost the election. I read the Fire and Fury book. I'm reading all. I've read them all. and then Stormy went to court. Stormy went to court. What do you guys think about that?
Oh, it's a shit show every day.
I'd say every day is a shit show. Yeah. I think it's funny she went to court because it's like what happened when Trump dragged all those women that said they had an affair with Bill Clinton into the debates and sat them on the front row and then put them up on the stage to answer questions for the press. So now Avenatti, Stormy Daniels' lawyer, the porn star, is dragging Stormy Daniels into court. I mean, it is just a reality show. Rush Limbaugh told me 2 years ago, America loves a reality show, and that is why Trump will win. And when he said that, I was like, oh, well, yeah, okay, and I couldn't believe it. And he was right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we got a lot of other stuff. I don't think we have any time to talk about it, so let's just go to our quote of the week. Who's listening? Do we have anybody coming in? What's the questions? Let's hear them.
Some people are talking back about the Real Housewives of New York. Margaret said, don't forget the Real Housewives of New York crossover with Michael Cohen. It's all happening at the Regency.
What's happening with Michael Cohen at the Regency? Oh, he's just at the Regency.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a popular hotel in New York. It's a great breakfast place. Everybody goes there. Oh, goes to the Regency, all the news type people go there. They all hang out there. Tom. When you said Tom, after I said news, I was like, Tom Brokaw. Those people. Yeah. Oh my God. Maybe Tom was hoping to run into Stormy. That's what it was.
People agree with you, and they also say that John Boehner is hoping to make billions.
Of course.
He's got the.
They all trade off. Yeah. I saw yesterday the Bush family has raised $90-something million for charity since the HW left office. Clinton has raised tons of money for the foundation that he's been criticized for and literally eradicated AIDS and working now on HIV in South Africa and other countries. And Jimmy Carter is still building houses. The only one that's not really doing anything is George W. He's painting. He is painting, and he's clearing brush in Crawford. And what was Trump going to do? He's going to trade on the presidency and turn it into money for him and his family. That's what he's going to do.
He's already making
it. It tells you who people are when they're no longer in power and they're out doing good for the world. It really tells you a lot about them. Yeah. Anything else before I tell you my quote of the day?
Said she's still waiting on your next book.
My next book. Oh my God, I know. I have it written basically. I'm just afraid to put anything out there. I'm afraid I'll go to jail or hell.
And everyone's talking about how beautiful you look today.
Oh, thank you. I got dressed really fast today. Let me just see. How do I look?
You're going to take the full.
I was supposed to check before. Okay, I checked after. So thank you guys. I get dressed, they'll tell you. I put my makeup on literally in the car at the stop signs or when I run in the door. And I just throw on a scarf with my jeans and some shirt. It's just, I can't anymore. I'm too busy. Well, should I tell him what happened? No, I won't tell him what happened. Oh my God! I went on the rant. I kicked that woman out. She was taken back, don't you think?
The real show was 10 minutes before we went on.
You think she was taking it back?
Jeff, how do you think she left here thinking like, oh my God, that woman's crazy? Or do you think she left here?
What was she doing over in the corner?
She was pretending. That's what pissed me off too. She came in here as a
I think she was trying to get her phone out and video.
Oh, I wish she would have. She came in here under bait and switch. She came in under the pretense of wanting to look at my pretty products. And then we found out her agenda.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll tell you one day. My quote of the week. My quote of the week. Character and integrity are the foundation of one's life. And I do believe it.
You just did that.
I stood up for my principles. I stood by my principles. Okay. All right, so you guys are going to follow Instagram. I'm going to have some stuff going on. Little Black is over here. Say good. Bye. Say goodbye. Aww. And we'll be back next Wednesday. And then I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be here the next 2 Wednesdays. Yay! All right, so I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Please share this video with all your friends. We need to get our sponsorship, our viewership, I'm not like Laura Ingraham. I have not lost any of my 0 sponsors. So share it so we can become fabulous like everybody else. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.